First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in down. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Minnesota Vikings. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it out past the 30.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A look at Kerryon Johnson, second-year man out of Auburn. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Stafford, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Hey, echo. 22-jet bombers, 22-jet bombers. You're ready.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Looking for Amendola, and it's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey, because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings. A first carry for the former Falcon, Tevin Coleman. And they'll get this down to the 10. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10. Throwing, Cousins. And Diggs has it. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Check 43, check 3, check 3. Check, first. We're going.
Now the rookie from Boise State, Alexander Madison. He'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6.
The tackle made at the 6-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And he is going to lose yardage here. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
The Lions take over first down 10.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Ben Gideon. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Stafford now to throw. And that will be incomplete. That makes him now first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And that will bounce out of bounds before they can get a return going.
First down 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10.
Watch the twist. Check 3, check 3, check 3. Check 13, check 13. Kill. Watch the 48. Check 49, check 49. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Rush in. Greystone, travel.
They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
From the 22, Cousins. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jared Davis. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. Now Matt Prater for the point after. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken very short. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Back to it after the pick 6. Cousins. It's caught by Coleman. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
I got you, son. Bring up 48. Hey, Alpha.
Now Cousins. It's caught by Treadwell. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down. On 1st and 10, Cousins. open here, Adam Thielen. He'll be stopped short of the 25. The nice move couldn't free him. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Cousins the thrower. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Off the play fake, Cousins. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. Bailey got the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to...
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. He's at the 30. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, 76 yards. And the Lions are once again going to retake the lead. They had just given up the lead, and they get it right back.
Yeah, how about that? Answered quickly. Got right back to it. And look, long drives have their place. We know that. They can wear teams down. But when you hit them with big plays like that, that can really be a shot to them. A big-time one.
Yeah, one play, but now your defense is probably saying, man, we could have used a little more rest over here. This will be taken short. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Cousins on 1st down. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now Cousins. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. A first down carry here for Johnson. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. First down Lions on a pickup of 13. On first down, Stafford here. Letting one go deep for the... Galladay's got it, and the Lions have a touchdown. Kenny Galladay, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point good by Prater, and that makes it a 21-10 game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This will be taken very short. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. He finds an opening past the 40. And he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. Right back to Coleman here on first down. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. On second and 11 now. Cousins. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. It's Will Harris, the rookie from Boston College, who picked it. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
After the interception, here's Stafford. He'll get this one to Galladay. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. On second down, Johnson. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts us down to a third and about 5.
Makes it third and 5.
From the gun on third down, Stafford. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. A good pickup there, a 22.
It's a gain of 22 yards.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on first and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
Hey, watch that. Hey, easy. 54. You can't block me. Hey, Charlie. You can't block me.
Another try after the first down sack. Stafford, this is caught. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. The Lions on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Prater for the extra point. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This will be taken short.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Cousins now to throw on first down. He'll let this go for the end zone. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 14.
First down, Minnesota.
From the red zone now, Cousins eluding the pressure right. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. On second down, it's Coleman. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. Third and short yardage. Cousins in trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your...
He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Recon, 132 fighter. Hey. 32. Hey. High 7. Check hot route.
Third and long. It's Stafford. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And this one, a 41-yard attempt. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And that will make this now an 18-point ball game. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
This will be taken very short. So we've reached halftime here in Detroit with the Lions out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 8. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10 at the 9-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Cousins, that's caught. It's Coleman. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 17 yards, first down, Vikings.
6-6, pull it high. Good route here. Gun. Banjo.
First down, here's Cousins. Lets it fly for Thielen. And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there, Cousins to Thielen, 46 yards. A first down throw for Cousins. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner Darius Slay. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field, so play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more, but a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Hey, Delta. Mike 40. Watch the run.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now it's Stafford. Looking deep now for Amendola. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And an alley to run. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Vikings. Tevin Coleman, 98 yards. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that will shave one more off this lead.
The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford rolling to his right. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here, as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. We'll check on his status when we get back. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a play fake, and it's Stafford. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room.
Hey, team 6.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Stafford. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Daniil Hunter able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Escaping the pressure right. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
Check it back, check it back.
On first down, Coleman. Fancy footwork at the 45. But he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one 28 yards on the ground. Well, what made that toss out to the right so successful? Because it looked pretty easy.
A belief in the play. An absolute execution by all 11 on the offensive side of the ball. Everyone took care of their assignment, but the reason they did so, every time that play is called, they think it's going to go for big yardage. It's their staple play, and they love to run it.
You got tight. You got tight. Gun.
To throw, Cousins. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Hey, no, easy. Hey, box truck. Gun.
Here's Cousins. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 24-yard line. Cousins now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. Calling about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Cousins now. And that is incomplete.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against the zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. So that one is his 3rd of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, what, 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Okay, can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And they will finally put an end to the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Kirk Cousins last year started all 16 games, but only led the Vikes to just 1 fourth-quarter comeback like he's trying to do here. Here's Coleman. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Tevin Coleman with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. As they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. That's fielded in the end zone. 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Detroit. Marvin Jones, 83 yards. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post grab?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
This will be taken short. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They begin the drive with Coleman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Throwing, Cousins. Lets it fly for Thielen. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. To throw it is Cousins. He'll find Thielen working the middle. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll run it with Coleman. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Coleman. Tavon Wilson up to make the tackle. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Cousins. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The intended receiver was Laquan Treadwell, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th quarter. Going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard and realizing what can hurt us most? The deep shot. They played it well.
23 yards, the final tally.
First down, Minnesota.
Gun.
Cousins on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Hey, we're good, we're good.
They'll throw again. Cousins. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And he'll be taken down well before the 1st at about the 36-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Right now clinging to a one-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down, Lions on a pickup of 13. Stafford now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
They go to Johnson again, and he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Back to throw, Stafford. He's got Curse. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Boy, the run on first down a disaster as he's tackled well behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 6 on the play, and it'll make this a 2nd and long. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Easy, easy. Check 50, check 50. Line 4.
Now Stafford. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things